for joining us, and that I'm going to continue on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that, so we'll jump into it here. I am also on Messenger with friends, so if you hear me chatting off and on, I'm also chatting with them. Okay, my camera's going to be off. I've got headphones in, don't worry. How's your guys' night going in that? And how was your day too? So where we left off this morning, that if you go watch the last episode on that, I was on, that I'm on Mykonos Island. And that I had just finished killing the cultist member, the Silver Griffin. Now while we're here, now we're going to kill Podarkes. Then it's quick, it's easy, and that I'm not going to go around trying to weaken him, and that I've killed him before with the amount of power he has. So we'll be able to work out around with that.
Ah, the Delos Islands. Two sides of the same coin. Delos, sacred birthplace of Artemis and Apollo. And Mykonos, where people do everything that's forbidden on Delos.
Read me the note again.
Eagle-bearing Mystios. That's you. Podarkes, cruel leader of Delos Islands, takes money from our pockets and food from our mouths, all to feed his
Insatiable.
Yes! His insatiable thirst for power.
Podarkes is one of them, Barnabas. The ones hunting my family.
Hang up at some point, I'm sorry.
Keep reading.
We are a modest but fierce group of rebels who'd pay...
I'm...
These...
Does the note...
There are...
It's... that... Here.
So, we're in Mykonos, we're going to find Kira, is what her name is. And then, we are actually going to go... So there's two entrances that you can go to, and that there's Not the top one. Not the one that's closest in that, and it's just a jump down. Then it's actually right here. Now, so if you see right here in that there's a cave entrance in that.
Seems like a good place for a hideout.
And that, so we just come down here and then we'll run into the water again. That I found metal. And then I just like when I come down here and that I loot everything. That I like seeing the little crack there, but it's not the direction we go. Now, so after that I just go do that. How we're headed is right over here. So, need to get in the water. Then we just go down right here this way. Nice little area, and then here we are at their cave, and this is where you'll find Kira.
One called Kira. I've come in response to a call for help. You missed.
Are you here to spy, Athenian? Or maybe you are Athena herself, dressed in a dirty disguise?
Do I really look like a spy to you?
Podarkis and his men have been hunting and killing us without mercy. His spies are everywhere. He will wait.
So we'll help her a little bit, and then we'll go kill Podarkis. Because really, underneath it, he's just a. Underneath it all, he's just a. Just a sad old man. Now you can have like a relationship with Kira, and that I tend not to do that, and that I usually go for Alcibiades. Out of personal preference, he just seems so much more fun.
Did Sparta answer your call for help?
A polemarchos named Thaletas and a handful of Spartans landed on Mykonos not long before you.
It's their camp we're headed to, isn't it?
Thaletas needs our help now, though he never admitted.
Now she takes too long, and I'll very likely have to go back for her. Now she likes to fight every
Spartan, all right.
Athenian soldier she comes by. Ugh.
Easy.
Come on.
Come on, get a horse, Kira.
Let's go.
While I wait for her and that, I like to just run around in circles. There she is.
Ella. Talk to this Spartan.
There we go. The Athenians all dead. The Athenians are always easier to fight, I find. But it comes with the person too.
I watch what? So and she will you?
So after like this little side area, and that I'll show you how easy it is to really kill Podarches, and that I'll show you where like now where you can find the limits of it in that too. And that I always start with just dwindling down some of his guards. And that I stay hidden in the rooftops. And then that's so that they don't, because they can climb up, but they don't ever actually look up there. And that they don't go as far as they need, and then I'm able to just drop bodies.
How long till Podarches
I'll be right
finds
back
us?
though.
We're right under his nose.
His nose is so high in the air, he couldn't find the statue of Artemis Agrotera if he was standing on her head.
We know where he lives. I say we knock down his door and run our spears through his face.
That's a terrible plan.
The Spartan phalanx is impenetrable in a ground assault.
Not when there's only 12 of you. You think with your heart. That's what I like about you. But you're a general to those men now. You need to think with your head.
All you do is hide in caves and lurk in shadows. We didn't come here to hide. We came here to fight!
And we will. But right now we're outnumbered. We must be strategic. Cassandra, what do you think we should do?
Okay, I'm back. No,
I like the way the Spartan.
I choose
But we don't have
I
enough
choose
swords
both
to
ways
fight them
depending
head.
on what it is.
What do you suggest?
When I arrived, I saw Spartan ships. Can we get a message to them?
Not while the Athenian navy surrounds these islands.
We need those reinforcements.
I got the two of you here to actually help the rebellion, not to send more people to their deaths.
Kira, wait.
While the two of you compare swords, I'll be at the Temple of Artemis, making an actual plan.
Just fight. I like it.
I'm going back to my camp and my men. Meet me and we'll discuss reinforcements.
Nice,
Yeah.
like I don't worry about reinforcements and that I'm a one-man team. Or
This is going to be a long rebellion.
one woman, I guess. And we're going to do... I like how she says it's going to be a long rebellion, and that because it's... it's going to be really short. So... Now, we don't learn that Podarches is really a cultist until we go to do it. But here we are. The lightest way. Now it says to lower nation power, and that I'm not going to. I am going to go kill that bounty though. Where's that bounty camp? Well, who's the bounty hunter? Ooh, Thester the Blunderer. So we'll go up here and actually do a couple things, so. That bounty hunter, that bounty is up over here. And normally I'd pay to have it taken care of. But with this one and that, it's just so much easier for me to just take a bow. Okay, I need to get closer. There goes the bounty. Yeah, I know, it took me a few arrows to actually get him in that, and that's why I don't like when they move.
Of the wild land, mistress of animals.
But here's a viewpoint. And this one isn't all that hard to actually really find. But it's the tip of her arrow. Which I like because then I feel like I'm on top of the world. Okay, time to go kill Bodarkies. You'll notice I take large jumps off different buildings and that I'm not worried about losing health, because I can't. So actually I want to just go find her. Go see what she had in mind.
I'm coming for you, Bodarkis.
So there's that. Kira's happy if it just gets done. And then she just wants to be able to do it her way in that, whereas it's like... No, really, it's simple in that. Like, you look at the nation power and that, it's like... No, yeah, he's fortified in that, but... Pick off his guards one by one. And hey, you're golden. Now, just don't let yourself be spotted as you're doing it. So, like, I'll come, like, stand right here.
Well guarded. Need to be careful.
So, like, there's Podarkes right there. see he is right here. It's one of his lieutenants there. And then, yeah, we just circulate around, and now we can harass his guards on that who are weak. Look at the puppy looking at me. Oh. So yeah, be careful not to alert the guards as you're doing that. But I've got ways to lose them. So, kill that. Ooh, what's that? Iron metal, nice.
They'll be watching for me. I need to be careful.
You'll notice my ways of losing them are very effective. Not that effective though. Come on. Well, there's 2 guards down.
We'll find them. Keep looking. We'll get the dogs.
So here you'll see, yes, guards with them. They are weak, which are nice. So I'll just actually mark our target here, so that's who we need to kill. And here we are now going to So here, this is where I usually like to stand. This one or that one over there, and as you can see, they can't get up here. So you see the level of guards they have. They're all weakened in that, which I like. Because it makes it easier to go and do that. That, or like when I get one that's right underneath me and that I'll jump down, I'll assassinate them and I'll quickly climb back up. Like that one right there, if it was directly underneath me and that I would. But I'm going to actually just go take... I hate when they sway back and forth and that is like... Heck, just stand in one spot. That way I don't have to... guess in there. Oh, I hate when they turn too. No, so like the room down over there and that, I've actually stood in there waiting for a guard to come around the corner to assassinate. Like that. I have overpowering arrows too. So if I shoot one of those and that, it literally sends them flying. It's actually pretty cool. I can't do it from right here. Watch, okay, this one will bend down. Bend down and then he's gone. And, okay, this one. It's too far down for me to go do it. So I come down, I do that, it gives me 3. Gives me enough just to work with around guards. So like as you see, I pay attention to guards where I'm at, and that just this way as I move around, that I'm able to just keep without view of them. So like when I get up and that, it's like right here and that, it's like that. Ooh, nation leader is going to see this too. There's an overpower arrow, like, right there. That they'll stand there, they'll look, that they'll... They'll act like they can see it and that, but they really... They truly and honestly don't know where I am. And that's like, you see, there's one there. Now, you don't really see much of any others. Not partially because I've killed all of them. So, like here, if I wanted to, and that I can... One. Now this is what I like about ghost arrows, and then is they don't know where they are coming from. They just know that, hey, I got hit by an arrow, where is it? So now Podarkes has no guards. So now this is where we'll sneak up behind him and that. Now we'll actually... Let's see how much damage I can do to that commander there. There we go. Now Podarkes has no guards to really call out to. I don't like the close quarters they have here.
You have been a thorn in my side since you landed.
I'll knock him down, I'll hop down.
You are the snakes who hide. I'm going to bury you so deep, only Hades will find you.
Health. Ah, I see, I forgot one guard. So. And here's the end of Podarkes.
That was for my family, Malaka.
What I did for the glory of Delos.
You acted alone, and you will die alone.
Huh. Now to loot treasures. So yeah, we don't actually learn right away that he's a cultist until he really actually talks a bit about it. That, or we actually do find it out somewhere else. I forget how. That I think. No, it was Kira who told us in the note. Nah, she sent us a message and then on the message board, and then it was like, Hey, I have cultists here where I live that I'd like you to basically come take care of him. And thus we did. So now, just finish up around here a few things. I like looting all the stuff he has. I loot their resources too before I burn them. Not because it just gives me a little bit of extra materials that I need. So like leather, olive wood, iron, metal, and that, just things that I need. There is one more. One more chest and one more, there's chest. Yeah, when you do, if you ask, now, yeah, I do free fall. I free fall a lot. There it is. Then it's a lot easier to like get down. Not but it works out to my advantage as to when I need it. Am I looking up one more? Or... ah, yes. Here we are. These. If I see weapon racks and that, I loot those too. And there. Leader house is done. We will go find Kira, who will basically say congratulations even though you didn't do it my way. And all that, and it's just like... nah, so like we... so we actually go there, Goddess of the Hunt.
I should stay hidden if I don't want to fight.
Seems easy enough, doesn't it? Where did Kyle go?
I
Huh. You know what? I'm actually going to.
I'm looking for Kira.
Not
I'm
re-
safe.
Going to take this line.
Come, my fierce friend.
Now it is mine. He will follow me anywhere I go. Where was that map marker? I now just have to go find Kira. She is right there. My bow work is amazing, I know. I just love the way running too now with it. Where was she? There she is.
Keen-eyed Artemis, guide my bow. I pray to you with all my heart that Cassandra doesn't scare off the animals with her heavy footsteps.
I thought I was being quiet.
If that was you being quiet, we'll have nothing but trampled grass to eat for dinner.
Nice altar.
But
I've seen you hunt. You don't need my...
oh,
Sounds like a...
come. There's a spot down here where I used to hunt as a young girl. It was hunt or starve those days.
Same for me. I started by catching and cooking rodents.
They make a good soup. But look how far you've come.
How far we've come.
I'll show you the nice trick of hunting some animals.
Gosh. Isn't it?
It is. Now show me how you use the trick.
Should shut up next time. One. Two. Now we just need one more. And this is where I like having Icaros in that too, is now when you can't reach one in that Icaros goes after it. And then immediately after you fight something, just go back into hunting mode, and then it's
There's
just...
no ibexes here.
There, right ahead of us.
Artemis smiles on you.
Tell Artemis I've got my eye on someone else.
Don't make her jealous.
That is how you shoot a perfectly good arrow. It's all in the skill in that if you're able to line it up perfectly, then you're able to give it a good shot.
And the gods will have their sacrifice, thanks to you.
You're a great hunter. Why did you actually want me here?
Don't be naive. There's something between us, even though I know I shouldn't act on it.
Because you love Thaletas.
Or at least I thought I did, until you arrived. The hunt clears my mind, to reflect on...
Is that a good thing?
I know a spot that...
I'm all yours.
Villians have suffered for so long. This is the first time I've felt happiness since the war began.
You can bring that to your people. These islands deserve peace. So do you.
What about you? Your form is perfect.
With the bow?
That too.
My journey isn't over yet. But I may settle down someday.
You can do many things. You're skilled with a bow.
Among other things. Another challenge?
Stop looking to the future to be happy when true happiness is right in front of you. Your form is perfect.
With the bow?
That too.
Yeah, I know how to shoot very well.
No.
So the pirate has one blade at my throat and one at my stomach, and he says, "How do you want to die, Misthios? Fast or slow?"
My gods, what did you do?
He was so focused on me, he never noticed my spear in his leg. He was dead before he knew what happened.
His leg.
A little trick my mother taught me.
Why is it so easy to talk with you?
Because we've lived similar lives, been through similar struggles. Even though we grew up so far apart.
I want you, Cassandra. Here, now, under the stars.
I've wanted you since I laid eyes on you.
Don't the stars look beautiful?
Mykonos is...
Señor?
Thaletas should know about this.
He will, in time. For now,
So do we.
but first.
Okay, I gotta make arrows. And then we have a party to get to. I might actually have to go do that mission for the latest first. I don't think I have to, no. I almost never actually go to the other island there, Delos. Actually just going to head to my ship now. Now from there I'm just going to head off to Naxos and that I'll come back later and finish that. And that bet typically what happens and that is you go see one of them, you make your approach. That I already made mine. I've done it a million times. I've always just killed him upright. Always in his house. And then you will sort of just have a party. Then it goes one of two ways. You either end up killing Thaletas, or Kira commits suicide. Dark, I know, right?
To your positions!
Thunder! We've been waiting for you!
Yeah, I never actually looked at the cultist list yet, so... Here's Podarkes. We didn't actually know he was, until... And then he gives the clue of fighting in the arena will draw out the cultist. Now, we don't actually learn yet get any clues for, like, this saga. But that's because we uncover him at some point in the story.
We're at full speed!
So just get us moving here.
Another song!
Speed up! Full speed! Shift the oars!
Okay. Hold on one sec. Sorry, my eye is itchy. Better. Okay. Off to Naxos we go. Just make sure that I am headed to the... right island. Which I am, I just went to the wrong port.
Oars at the ready! Ship your oars!
So it is, because, yeah, Paros is... yeah, because that's Paros over there. That in my harbor is actually on the other side.
Start rowing! Rowers, go! Lower sail! Get the oars out!
I don't know why I just did that, it's pointless.
We're ready to dock!
Well, that pulls up and that I'm just going to swim on up over here to the dock. Oh, there's my ship.
Let us hunt together.
Huh? Are you still streaming? Devin? Devin? Devin?
What?
Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
How long have you been streaming for?
88 minutes.
Just about an hour and a half, wow.
I won't be intimidated. Stock the barracks and double the patrols. If Paros is sending them, I want to know the moment they make landfall.
Yes, Archon.
But Archon, please, the
Xerxes,
merchants have...
I understand your concerns. But protecting the town and the quarries is what's most important. You may all go.
I'm just a box.
The meeting is over.
Cassandra.
Cassandra. closed my eyes, I could still see you fall. I thought I had lost you. Alexios is alive. They have him, don't they? I rebuilt my life from ashes. Do you understand? And now you tell me you're alive. You're both alive. It's really you. It's not some trick of the gods. No, I found you.
This is one of the most emotional parts of the game, and then this
We
is...
have to get him back. He's too far gone. I gave up on you both once. Never again.
What
How
have
did you...
I have a lot of questions.
I think we both do. But ask. I'll answer what I can.
What happened to you in Argolis after that night?
I found your brother and rushed to a young doctor's apprentice, Hippocrates. I thought I'd lost you. I wasn't ready to lose you both.
I spoke with him recently. That night still haunts him.
I was heartbroken when the healers in Asclepios told me Alexios was dead. The two of you were my whole world.
But he did live. They lied to you.
They must have realized he was special and handed him over to the cult.
What do you mean, he was special?
What's wrong?
Soldiers from Paros just made landfall in the cove. A small force, maybe a dozen.
Malaka. Timo, gather the troops. Questions will have to wait, Lamb.
I want to help.
I assume you can use those weapons?
Better than when you last saw me.
Good. Come.
Who is attacking?
Paros, across the bay. It seems Silanos has finally grown tired of sharing the market.
Why now?
We've always had problems with Paros. I expected an attack, just not so soon.
I guess the time for talking is over.
Allies often forget their allegiances when opportunity happens.
So, we just found Marini, and now we're about to go help her fight.
With Sparta, given all that's happened?
Paros made an alliance with the Athenians, so they left me little choice.
You needed support.
A rivalry with Paros is one thing, but they turned it into a war. Their partnership with Athens was too much to weather for Naxos alone.
Okay.
Death is coming for you!
I do not like that shield.
Just made a horrible mistake.
That's right, I need to make death arrows. This is what I do. I stop in the middle of battle when I realize I need to make some arrows. And I make them. Make all those that I need. Then I take a second, I just... Then I just take a couple minutes and then I mourn my tamed animal because they've just died in battle. He was a worthy opponent.
There's always been a rivalry between the islands. After all, Naxos used to control Paros and Andros. They're envious of our craftsmen, too.
And now?
They think they deserve expansion. Their oligarch demands their wings spread wide. But we'll clip their wings before that happens.
They don't know who they're up against.
You remind me of Nikolaos. You fight just like him. Ruthless and cunning. He would be proud.
I've never forgotten what you both taught me. I had a good education.
I wanted you to be unstoppable. And you are.
I want to know about my real father.
How did you know?
I was told.
Nikolaos? You saw him?
In Megaris, yes.
Nikolaos was your father. He was the man who raised you. Until he took his Spartan duty too far.
He mentioned another. What can you tell me about him?
I always hoped you would never need to discover the truth. But there are things you need to know if we are to stop the cult.
What do you mean?
He sought me out before I knew your Nikolaos. I've not heard from him in a long time.
Knowing would only have complicated things.
You still had a right to know the truth.
You did what you thought was best. Like any mother. I don't understand why the cult targeted our family.
There are many reasons, Lan.
What did we ever do to them?
Now that we're reunited, it's more a question of what we could do to them.
They fear us.
Your ancestors have been a thorn in their side for generations. They've decided we need to be eliminated to ensure their plans come to fruition.
If it's our family they fear, we'll reunite and give them a reason to be afraid.
Many have tried to stop them and failed.
We are not those people. Where others failed, we will succeed. I know you left Sparta. But how did you end up on this island?
I couldn't stand by Nikolaos after what he did. I had to get out of Sparta.
So why here?
I saw an opportunity to help people, to grow something. I was elected to rule and protect this island from those who would ruin what we've built.
You've done some incredible things. Naxos is lucky to have you as its leader.
It's not been without its difficulties, but I'm proud of what we've achieved.
It's a pity there aren't more leaders like you. Let's continue this discussion somewhere the smell of death doesn't linger.
Ride with me.
I don't generally get onto another horse. I usually call my own, but no, I need my own horse.
Off we go now. The island is beautiful.
It is. Sparta has nothing on Naxian beaches.
Sparta. All I remember is the bottom of Mount Taygetos.
When I brought you to the Pythia as a baby, She never said we would live a nightmare. She said you had such promise.
The Pythia can't predict everything. Your general acted quickly, raising the alarm.
Timo knows Paris is a threat. They make their business clear.
They can't be more clear than sending soldiers. There's no treaty?
Maybe there was, but it's long over. Now there's no mistaking them for anything but the enemy.
An enemy I could help you defeat.
We'll discuss that later. But I think you're right. Paros must be stopped. The temple's coming along, Evandros.
It will stay in ruins if we don't secure more donations. Soldiers can't get all the funds.
They can if you don't want the temple destroyed by our enemy. But I'll see what I can do.
It's a good deed restarting construction. Ligdamis was a great man who deserves reverence.
His battles against corruption and oligarchy are lessons we all should remember. I do intend to finish the temple.
Thank you, Felix.
So now your mother kind of just gives you orders as to what to do as a mercenary. And it starts with going into one of the dangerous quarries on Paros. But with this video and that, I've got an easy trick of how you can get around those tight areas where you can see guards.
What a strange day it has been.
But a good one.
I've certainly had worse.
Me too.
You have grown into a remarkable woman, but I see the burden you carry on your shoulders.
Finding you has lessened it, I think.
I'm glad, but I have wondered why the gods chose to reunite us now.
I think they felt it was about time our family found each other again.
If we want to be truly united, we have to find Alexios and rescue him from the cult's grasp.
They are the source of all our pain, and they will cause more to many others unless we act.
I put that life behind me the moment I left Sparta. I have Naxos to worry about now.
Let me help you here. We can safeguard Naxos and then hunt down the cult together. Myrini, the symposium is about to start.
By the gods! I'm sorry, my sweet. I forgot. Prepare the horses. I'll be out shortly.
The symposium?
I need to show the people their leader is strong and in control. Sometimes the face we show to the world needs to be one of strength, despite the chaos we harbor beneath. I will help you stop the cult, but before I can leave Naxos, I have to ensure it will survive without me.
What do you need?
Paros has to be dealt with. We need to weaken their position. Once they're vulnerable, they will make a reckless decision and we will strike.
What did you have in mind?
We must force the Paros fleet to engage us and destroy it. But my admiral, Aeneas, is missing. His ship was sailing for Paros to engage in peace talks, and he never returned.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
If you need me, I'll be at the symposium. Although, try to look less intimidating should you choose to pay me a visit.
To the dead! Now you die!
Yeah, don't be in front of your bounty sponsor. It does not end well for you.
ready to sail!
And what happened on Naxos? Did you find your mother?
I found her, Varnanos.
Wonderful! Maybe now we can kick back and relax.
But I have bad news. We know the cult of Cosmos poisons everything they touch, but now even Sparta's in their grasp. They'll have everyone fighting like dogs until the world is back to the Dark Ages.
That's where we'll sail to next.
I'm glad you're with me.
So, when I actually come up to this area and that I don't usually dock my ship.
To your oars!
That I do, but I don't.
Prepare to dock!
That as it's docking, I just go swim. Now, there's a lot of emotional moments in this game, and that this is just another one of them. Now you come to see that, come to find that a soldier is
You're the
dying.
only survivor?
They took prisoners. I was too far gone to...
What happened?
We came...
What of your captain?
took him.
I'll...
Mate.
I take and I just place him in the water, and that way he just has a... That way he just gets swept out to sea. Just pull him back out here a bit more. Oh boy. Yeah, watch out for those. They're pretty nasty. Come on. So you can see what I mean. Okay. There we go. Full bar, that way I can take out guards. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm out of way for any animals to just find me. And we'll find him.
There's an ass. She's
There.
in bad shape.
So one of the other things about this is there's their nation treasures in here. That in order to, well, impose them to attack, I need to weaken them. Which means that... So guard, guard, guard. I go set a trap on that brazier too. But there's a nation treasure there. King, or captain. Where it warms it, and that'll light the brazier if I need it to. If I need to, like, call more to escape. But right now, fuck. I don't recommend fighting on stairs. That it is not easy, but
Beautiful white Parian marble. Should I add some Spartan red?
it is possible to be done. No, you can ignore my friend there. So after that, and then I move back up, and then I go kill the commander. Cuphead there, and that just... And then I work my way around the outskirts of it more. Now the nice thing about this captain is that he's easy to kill. You just level out the... he's moving. You see what I mean? Okay, we're going to actually move up here now. Watch. That one would go flying. Done. He's dead. I set a trap. That way if I get caught in that, they get the bright idea of going to start the brazier, and that it's kaboom to them.
I can't get out. Help!
Oh yeah, I'll...
You have offered me freedom. Thank you for your kindness.
You, let's move.
You're a hard man to kill.
I know she wouldn't have acted. Let's get out.
And then, so we just come down along here, and that's just somewhere where he's able to run down. Then we just come down over here. He jumps down. And then we just run off to the side. And there we go. He is free.
Thank you, Miss Dios. I hope Phoenix pays you well for this.
Remind her for me.
Something's wrong with Paros. More than usual.
What did you see?
There were others. Not the Paros type. One had a mask. Never seen that before.
A mask?
I couldn't tell who he was. Time to get off this godforsaken island. I know my way back.
You should tell Phoenix what you saw.
I'll report to her at...
Now, for the joy. Now, we're actually going to go back in there. Not because that area is going to literally weaken them to where we need. Then their leader. I just need the undiscovered leader there. That is actually a ship one, so. So with their brazier still having the trap set on it. Go down into stealth mode. And I'll just show you in that too, and that's like here we come up to the brazier and then we can't do anything to it. It still has a trap on it. So now we were to stay hidden.
Stay alert. Whoever did this may be close.
And thus. Be honest, they really do fail at their job. Now, their job is to not die. And he failed. If I were his boss, I would have failed him. Heck, if I was his teacher, so would have been failed. Okay, check this out, check this out. I love doing that. Just really catches them off guard. Now we head it back up onto here. I call this my lip. Now whenever I'm hearing that, it gives me a bit more of a view of everything. Like what guards to kill first. And I just stick within like this area, and then like if I'm like this guard here. Check him, check him, check him, he sees. There's an arrow shot, but he doesn't know where. Just like waiting until they come running up. It's like, okay, I think it came from over here. Look, look, here he comes, okay? This is the captain. This is the third commander of it. So we'll sneak up. Just a tiny bit higher. Everyone, be on guard. How can you be on guard when you're not even on guard? Just creepishly watching the camera much? Hi. Okay, check this out. My camera turns around. That I got guards literally looking for me. And that I shot an arrow at the commander, and then it's just like, hey, where are they?
Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm just getting things set up here for another game. Just trying to pick one.
You can literally see what I'm doing on my screen. That is so cool. I never knew that you could do that. Wow. Learning things about Messenger. Okay. They've kind of just stopped, like, looking. Just, like, nice. Okay, this guard here, this guard here. Okay, you see how he's just standing there? Just like, which one do I want to take? Oh, that's gotta hurt. At least I'm not the one who's getting it done to me. Oh, back day. Gotta get back. I got another guard coming up, and then it's just like, watch. Watch as I take him out of his long. Just let him turn around. And he's dead. Okay, you see this one here? Oh, pal. So I've weakened them. I've weakened them to enough that, like, I could just leave. Now, which I'm going to do, but first, I'm going to shoot an arrow at that brazier. And I do this, watch how terrible they are at their job. Okay, so I'll take out a exploding arrow. Take it, I need to just find my white line there. Look, they're terrible at it. None of them came running. Then again, I also didn't actually, like, hit it. So I'll move closer. Look at how many of them actually do their job. It's sad. It's hilariously sad. So, we're done here. We can't go do that because we are in a... There now again. Just can't fast travel while you're in a restricted area. Restricted being in quotations.
Ready for sailing!
So now we're headed back to Naxos.
Drop the sail!
Oh, lo and behold, if you notice in that I don't have a bounty anymore. I know, it looks so real. Crazy, right? Okay, we're headed to the symposium, but first want to go get that fast travel spot, that way I don't have to like bring my ship over if I want to like come back to it. So here we are, we're at the leader house again. I love her house. I want her house badly. Like, that's how much I love it. So just for the... So, now, we're headed there.
This temple is for the god of wine, Dionysus. Bet Marcus would like it here.
Oh yeah, that's right, I finished that one. Oops.
Did you not hear what I said? These are their most skilled killers. You cannot stay in the public eye. They'll find you.
I understand you perfectly. But I also need to be seen. The propagandist did his job well. I need more support to attack Paros.
I've seen too many people die already. Please, come away from here.
Spacia, what brings you here?
Cassandra, read the room, my dear.
I'm interrupting. Please, continue your discussion. It sounds fascinating.
I've just come to tell your mother that the cult's elite forces are after her, and that this place is too open.
And I've been telling Aspasia I need to appear in public to maintain the support of the citizens.
You want me to handle the cult soldiers?
Not only that, my people won't believe Paros is behind this without proof. I need you to find it.
Of course.
Good. And I'll make the rounds here. Shore up my support. Be careful. They're dangerous.
I know. I'll get her out of here safely.
Where do your sources say I should start looking?
I'd try the caves under Mount Zas. The cultists are so enamored with their own mysticism. It's predictable enough for them.
I don't think anyone sent to kill you is going to admit who they're working for.
You're right. Physical proof is better. I'm sure you can find something.
Of course. I'd be happy to help you both. I'll see you again later.
Paros must be stopped.
Paros must be stopped. So there's two entrances to the cave in that. I'm sorry, I got a burst of heartburn. So there's two entrances to the... Yeah, don't plan on running far, buddy.
I am great.
So they're going to actually take you to the first entrance. Now, which is on the other side of the island. But... tricky area to find. I'll assure you of that. There.
There and there.
Cave entrance. There and there. So, I'll show you the first cave entrance and then I'll show you the second one as I come out. Because the second one is just, it's hard to find the second one without going through the cave. So this here is the cove. And I'll always take a leap of faith there. Now, because it's so much easier to climb up than it is to climb down. And when I get in here and that, I try to stay quiet and that I minimize my profile and that. And you'll see why.
I should watch my step around here.
There. One of them's headed actually up here. Now, do I wish I was at regards? Yeah, 100%, but... that is, and there usually is one other guard lurking around. That's it. So now I feel go down again.
What last?
I hate that.
One stamped with a seal of Paros. And a letter?
So here's one of the chests hidden in behind. Now we find some metal here. Now the walls look almost like that you would find on Andros. So here, as you can see, I actually have one. I'm pointing that this is where the other chest is. Not if you're looking for it in that, it's pretty well hidden in that. So the second entrance to the cave actually is going to be up over here. Then, and the reason that I say that it's harder to find, and when you
Zeus grew up in these caves.
you go from the outside, and that is because now there's two roads. Now your first one takes you across a shady area. And it brings you to somewhat of a wider turns and that. And then it's a lot of running to get out. Not this. It's just like a little area in that. Find metals up in there. So here's the cave entrance, and then I'll just even open up the map to show you like where it is. Then when I get out, so we entered into the cave over here, where this photo is, and that's where we've exited now. Now that's where our mother is. So it's a pretty wide area, and then that's why it's harder to find than the other one. It's because the other one is just a bit more open. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, Devin. So yeah, there is another cave entrance to there. I think it goes by the fort there. I forget. And that has just been a short while since I've actually used the other one. But here we will get back to what we are doing. So from here now we're going to actually head back to... First we're actually going to do our ability. And that's so like the last one I did here, that I've got like my assassin and hunter are the top two that I use. And that's so like you'll notice like this one hasn't been fully done, but like this one hasn't, so like I'll do that one. Here you'll notice like all of my assassin ones are done, and except for this one, the hero strike, and this one, and the slow time that, but and call to arms, but I'm working on getting those ones up. So now, Marini's done at the symposium. I've never won for them. I've never really liked them, or saw the point of them. Not there, now we... It's hard to find the stairs sometimes. And then, yeah, we do a couple more things here, and then we head out.
The cult soldiers were paid with Rahmi from Paros.
Well, I could hardly
What are
ask
you
for
streaming
clearer
now?
proof. This will settle some scores. Take this to
What
the
are you
merchants
streaming?
guild. Tell them it's the proof I promised, and tell them they can keep the coins.
Of course. There was also this.
Oh, it says Kyle
I
is in
assume
there
it's
already.
their orders.
Yeah, he is. He came and left.
I recognize this. It's an old dialect. The cult must use it to
Well, yeah.
communicate with one another.
You can read it?
This money isn't from Silanos.
Yeah.
It's from someone in
Came and
Sparta.
went, watched me
That's not
for a little
possible.
bit.
I can translate it for you, but these orders come from a Spartan king.
The Spartan nobility has always resisted the cult.
I have somebody
The cult
watching
is
me.
like water.
Still, I just...
Any crack in the stone and they'll get in.
I highly doubt him.
Sparta stands against corruption.
Yeah.
I don't see it. No, because, yeah, I know he joined back in.
Yeah.
Sparta has changed since we were
No,
there.
because he was trying to say the
Corruption
thing
spreads
about me.
everywhere,
Well,
as Aspasia says, even to
I was
Sparta.
streaming on that, but...
They want to instill discipline across the Greek world, while they rot from within. They're focused on the wrong enemy.
Which I'm still doing.
I am still Spartan. And so are you.
What are you streaming?
Are you really?
Yeah, still
I
Assassin's
have
Creed.
responsibilities here. Paros needs to be stopped. But then, yes,
Kind of
I
jump
will
up
go
a
back.
bit after I started streaming this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I posted the link on Facebook too to my Twitch.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how many people on my Facebook would be willing to watch me live stream that, but I could always go check. Sure.
You just have to post the link.
Yeah, I know.
Same with Twitch, too.
Well, I don't really have to post the link, I just have to share.
Or share.
But yeah, now I'm just headed off to fight the Perils blockade. I don't know why I just ran all the way down here when I have to talk for it up there.
Alright guys, I'll be back. We will see you shortly.
I want to get a screen, something that like Polecat has too. That whenever he pauses his screen.
But I think you need OBS.
Yeah, my church uses it. I'm actually thinking of that. I'm going to see if I can download it onto my computer there.
Yeah, it's free. You can. I know. I had it on my laptop.
Yeah.
It's an awesome program.
I know.
Because it allows you to create like you know how Polecat has the stream will be starting soon.
You may speak.
Yeah.
Ships from
I know.
Paros have blockaded the harbor.
My church
God
uses
curse
it.
Silanos and his damned cult. Do they never tire of meddling? Oh, tell the block.
Your beast.
That Okay, hold on.
Coming for a smoke.
So there, as you noticed in that so I'll just actually open up my cultist menu now too. Nah, so yeah, so our saga is a Spartan king. I know the king. It's actually pretty hilarious. Then you'll find it funny when you tell.
Your statues. We will burn down your temples if that's what it takes to rid the world of rodents like you.
He's pretty easy to beat. Nat, I'll go do that. I'm just going to take a short break here. I'm going to talk with my friend, have a smoke. Nat, so I'll just quickly get to my ship, and I'll be right back afterwards. Don't run into Barnabas like I do. Nat, I'm pretty bad for that. So yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. And we are back. That I needed that. So now we are headed off to go deal with that blockade.
Archers, take your marks! Keep up the speed!
Oh yeah, hit me.
Ready arrow!
I try and get those like hot spots there. Not because those take down a lot of damage. We're going to initiate boarding here. Now this will take and give us more power, more health. There we go. Hitting them into the water is like a really good tactic to do. I also try and just loot them. And then if they fall in the water, I let the sharks deal with them.
More speed! Hold on tight! Archers! Ready! Let's go! Commander, they're trying to rob us! We're moving now! Get ready! Move!
Head on hit.
Slower! Archers! Ready yourselves! Come on! Should we grab the salvage, Commander? Can't keep going at this speed! Arrows at the ready! Shoot! Faster!
There goes that blockade.
Increase speed!
I just need to take a look at where my port is again. We are way off port. Wow. Oh, no we're not. I'm looking at Paris.
Whoa!
And now, so after this, we go deal with the... We go deal with the commander.
Raise the sails! Slow! Let's stop!
Nice thing is she's here waiting for us.
I know you heard me!
Hey Kyle, now you guys can actually watch my video.
We need to move out before they send reinforcements.
We're almost ready. Timo?
The ships are loaded now. They'll be ready on your command.
Cassandra? A word.
Is something wrong?
Besides the attacks on my island and the cult's meddling? No. But... the cult must...
I'm used to it. We both are. At least now, we can face them.
Yes, we will find you. Come. Are you ready to sail?
I'm ready. With your ship.
And now we...
Ready to depart!
Stop!
So now we have a full fleet with us of Spartan ships. And we are going to kill the Peros fleet, including the cultist that is part of the Peloponnesian League.
Sails down!
Hey, you want to know what's funner than sailing with clear visibility? Fighting when there's none. It's okay though, we have 4 ships.
Rowing speed! Shipboard!
So there's the ships there. You know, I know, you see me.
Get the oars ready! Archer! Full power! Ready? Archers to the front! Now!
We are going to ram them.
Must be stopped.
Killed the nation leader, that's why we have bounty on us.
Someone cover that position!
Let's move! Here we go! Hit them with your spear!
Quickly!
Onward! Fast!
Nothing like cleaving a ship in half.
More speed!
Someone killed my fire!
Woo! Feel that wind! I need action! Let's see them burn! Archers! Get ready! Sailing speed!
And there we are.
Look there! Salve!
Okay, let's see where those bounty hunters are. So we have 3 of them against us. Thestor the Blundering. Bernique the Translucent. Oh, I see her too.
Rowers in position! Board in! Full sail!
No, he can't be that close. Can he? Yes.
Look at that! I can hardly believe we're this close.
Master! Get your weapons ready! Archers, take cover!
That fire is going to weaken the ship!
We've reached full speed! Arrows, ready! Rapid speed! Release them!
I wasn't
Orders
They
with
could
me!
never sink
Let's
the
bring
vessel.
them down!
Thank you. Swan, they always have 3. The second ship that we go to take down for the mercenary, we will be cleaving in half.
Paros must be stopped.
Where's the second one? It's usually how it goes. Cleave one, the other one swarms away.
Increase speed!
To take a look at that over the horizon. Straight ahead by the little island here, which I've never actually seen.
Hey! Looks like something valuable!
Sails down! Ship the oar!
One of our allied ships.
Oars down! Head for over water! Sails! Now!
Nothing. Oh, sailing around there. We'll let him come to us. Head back to the Axos. I mean, if he really wants to come kill us, he can. He's not going to, though. So there now we have a cultist used to be an Olympic champion. So we know who Skylax is. That I know where to find him. He's easy to kill. Well, he's tough, but he's easy. I love my ship.
Sails up! Now! Pull up here!
Naxos seems secure. We have done great things together for its people.
But now, we must look beyond these shores and destroy the cult.
They are everywhere and nowhere. Their followers are without number. Where do we start?
We cut the heads off the beast one at a time until they are blind and defenseless.
Sparta.
Sparta?
I still don't you?
Yeah,
I have
as soon as
I. You.
I'm tired of searching for answers. And who's to say he can even give me...
I know this is difficult.
It's like...
Cassandra, you'll find what... I'll see you... Maple Side.
Safe journeys, Thera.
Yeah. So where we sail now if we run into that mercenary? Well, let's just say he's got a lot coming.
Salvage nearby. Shall we dig it up?
Our mercenary is... Our bounty hunter friend is coming by. If I'm not mistaken, that should be him right in front of us. See him a bit better as we round the bend.
Out of sight, out of mind. Just smooth sailing ahead. We should stay back unless you are looking for a fight, of course.
Hang on tight!
Wha-bam!
Letting us run! Let's go! Maximum speed! Ready to shoot! Rowers, go!
I think we're out of danger here. You might be worried for a second there, Commander.
As I said, I was going to cleave his ship in half. And now we can be on our way to Thera. Them both under Spartan rule.
Malaka! They're headed right for us!
Oh.
There's something floating there. We can receive it. Lucky we got out of that alive.
So we're headed to Thera and that to find our real father. Now there's a few tricks and turns that you have to do in that to get there and that, but not to get there, but to get into where he is. And then it's not easy. It's not easy, it's super easy. I mean, I wish they would have made this part a bit harder, but since Ubisoft are talking about things, every one of their games is always hard.
We should pick up that salvage!
So that is where we're headed, is there. I always forget I'm headed straight into the dog, that's right. Whenever I come to this island and that, I always have troubles figuring out where the dog actually is. But it's nice as well because we actually meet a friend out here later on. And then it's nice. I've killed him once. He's pretty hard.
This place is nice. Dock the ship! There's the camp.
It'd be nice to be able to just look at like that kind of moon set every night. No, because like around this time and that they had like fire and that, but they didn't really have like
Not what I expected.
lights of like what you expected.
These ruins look old.
Like they didn't really have electricity.
What are those towers? Nothing but a tablet. I wonder what it says. So the light beams are the key.
So you gotta open the door, so you actually have to start from up here. Watch out for them, they're feisty little creatures. That's not why I usually deal with them. So from there to there, no. You actually do have to climb up. Now, so the light bounces off of that mirror there. That bounces over onto there. That bounces down over there. Just have a bit of a friend here to deal with. Take my arrow back. And that's so. Break that.
It's aligned.
And we align it. Then we just keep following the beams until we have them fully aligned. So here we have to come break this area here. Watch out for the snakes. Jump down onto there. Ah, watch out for snakes too. Tend to hide. So we move that. Then we don't actually bounce it off of this one. We move this one that we have. So you could break that. It doesn't actually work. Now we actually have to like...
This looks to be in the right position.
That it's hard and it takes like a bit of practice to like level it out properly in that, but like we have to move it back just like a touch. Then it's just so that it gets past that post. Not because like if we move it forward and now we here get it out there. So you see the light beam go on. Now we have a viewpoint up here in this, so we'll actually just go up that. Turn up. I know, it looks funky as we're actually like moving all the lights around to get there. Looks like a puzzle game, doesn't it? So this is the harder part, so that there. That there. We do initially block the light there, but we'll pull that one there. Nothing this, just there. And we pull this one out, it flashes it down to there. Snakes to evil creatures. You need to die.
There. That should work. Now, try the door.
So evil there. So that's how you do that. Trust me, I know it levels out to a lot of work. Then you come up here and it's the spear.
Find what lies within.
Now if you've gone through this, then you'll know what I mean. If you haven't, you'll find out. But I love going through this. Now, so a leap of faith first.
Why would my father be here?
If you haven't played this and that, I'm not actually going to like release it in that, but you'll find it pretty hilarious as to who her father is. That if you actually don't know, you'll learn. You'll have to think back to like math class.
I should watch my step. No, 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 no! Shit!
Yeah, it's easier said than done. There, that's the part I just don't like. But yeah, so we slide down there. Down here we go through another crevice to lava. Don't be like me, try to avoid the lava, but it's... It's hard. It's just kind of why I don't like going through the lava areas, but then we walk along here. And this is my favorite part, the leap of faith finally.
Time to take a dive.
Out of all the leap of faiths you take, this is always going to be one of my favorites. Not because we fall from up there, and it's as you're running and that it's don't even stop, it's just run and jump. That's all it is, even in this area too, and that it's just like run and jump. And here is your real father.
Hello? Icaros! Traitor.
Greetings, Cassandra. Welcome to Atlantis.
Atlantis? Impossible. I thought it was just a myth.
There are many secrets in this world that are hidden behind myth and legend.
And who are you?
My name is Pythagoras. I'm your father.
Okay, time for a math lesson, and it's going to be very short in that. So if you don't know, well, Pythagoras is a mathematician. He's also an explorer in that you'll learn about one of the theorems he had in math. That it's Pythagorean theorem. That it's basically just taking a triangle and then it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Pretty simple. Trust me, the guy was ahead of his time, but nobody actually knew it. And somehow he is still alive with that staff.
Pythagoras? That doesn't make any sense. He died decades ago.
Yes, almost a century if memory serves. And yet, here I am, standing before you.
And Icarus is...
my oldest and dearest friend. I sent him to watch over you. And now, here you are.
I've traveled a long way to meet my real father. You?
You were not sent here for a family reunion.
What? Why should I help you? I never... What?
Yeah,
so,
I've come out and I have...
I have that staff. I love it. I love my stuff. So once we get back to my ship, and now I'm going to end it there. Now we obviously won't be headed back to the ship right away. Pardon me.
Theata, we found Atlantis!
Atlantis? Let me check your vitals. You're delirious.
We've been searching for an Isu artifact with reality-bending powers, and this bothers you?
Pythagoras was born around 570 BCE. That would make the man in that cave nearly 150 years old. What could possibly be keeping him alive?
The staff of Hermes Trismegistus.
Mrs. San, you were right. I'll help you pack up the gear.
Thanks. Let's roll out.
What you doing now?
I'm just finishing up the area that I'm at, and then I'm going to switch over to some bus simulator.
Nice!
Yeah, I figured I'd do a few streams today.
Yeah, I'm at level 1 right now.
On Diablo?
Yeah, I decided to give it a shot now that I'm level 80 Paragon, level 80.
It's nice. That's the thing I like about Assassin's Creed, and that is that it's just New Game Plus, so you get to keep everything you have, and you keep leveling up.
Yeah.
Kyle, where'd you go?
I went places.
You having a smoke? Let me tell me. You loser.
Asshole.
Get the difficulty I'm on right now.
What?
Level 1.
I've reached the coordinates. The series of caves we detected should be right under me. My equipment's ready. Preparing to dive.
Layla, you have no idea what's down there. There could be sharks.
I prefer that to Templars.
We'll keep an eye out for Abstergo. Good luck, Layla.
Thanks. I'm heading down now. There has to be a way in. I'll find it. There! That must be the way in.
So the only thing I don't like about this part is they don't...
Are you all still reading me? It's awfully quiet on comms.
We hear you, Layla.
Thanks. It's just so silent down here.
You're not alone, Layla. We're monitoring your progress. You're doing fine. Yeah, we're here if you need us.
Said there's nothing sitting at the desk.
Well, I don't have to be on a boat to be useful. I have loads of information on ancient Greece. Did you know that at Zakros, the Minoans built a graveyard so huge it was known as the Ravine of the Dead? Can we please not talk about death?
Elena, promise me that if I die down here, you'll rename this place the Caves of the Dead.
I'm on it. People!
I love how they just tease her around it too. So this is the first cavern.
Jesse, what are you talking to?
Now we go through the cavern and that, and we're going to go down, and then we take a leap of faith. It's just the things I love.
What he's doing, like, that's weird.
Certain streamers, negative.
I'm gonna miss the London life. I really like the view.
Miss it? Why can't you go back?
Didn't you read Kyoshi's report? Abstergo's already swept through it. It's compromised.
No, I've been busy researching data. Kiyoshi, are you alright?
Of course. After clearing out the last of our gear, I observed the infiltration from a distance.
Did they pick up the present I left?
Yes, they found the USB key you dropped under the desk. Nice tactic.
No one at Abstergo will be stupid enough to stick that in a computer.
They don't have to. It's a shell holding one of my special RFID transmitters. Get it anywhere near a workstation, like, say, in the head of security
I like
office,
hearing them talking that, but
boom.
this is pretty awesome.
All in a day's hack.
So we're now down in the
It's
caverns.
more elaborate than I could have imagined.
Then we're right where Cassandra and Pythagoras are now back in time.
Build all this. What I want to pay for an Isu toolbox.
And I agree with her there. I'd love to have an Isu toolbox here. Now, some of the technology they had was awesome in that. Like the Apple of Eden.
This is different from Egypt.
Not or
Some
well,
aesthetic elements in common, but
not like Apple of Eden, but like take each piece of Eden they had in there. You see a lot more of them in Unity. Then they've been used throughout time.
diving suit before I start exploring. It's real. Layla to Al.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
No, I'm fine. Think, Layla.
Now we go back in because now we have to figure out the rest. Now, so after this, before I do go start another new game on it, not from where I'm at, and that I will go through on that, and I'll go do the tasks that Pythagoras has given us and that, so that you can just see how each of them are done. if you can, try not to fight the Griffin. She's real feisty. And to be honest, she's a sassy bitch. You didn't hear that on me. So here we just fast travel out of it. So here we are. My ship, my lovely, lovely ship. So now you'll see that we have one here between two worlds and that, so it's just that Gates of Atlantis, Last Riddle, Tunnel Vision, a place of twists and turns, and then shadows and serpents and that. So if we scroll down here and then you'll see them right here. So Atlantis, we have to get her artifacts. The one in Lesbos, you're going to be surprised at who you see. So the first one that we do is the Lore of the Sphinx. And we'll do that when we go to Boeotia. So I'm going to save up here. That's going to do it for this stream. I like how we saved SC last time. Now if you guys did enjoy this video and that, please hit that like button and that subscribe to the channel and then to get notifications and that hit that bell all right next to it and that and we'll see you guys next stream. You guys have a good night.